Okay, hello everyone, welcome back Self Channel. Today we would like to discuss some food culture with international people. Okay, so let's go. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Jupiter and I'm from Team and we all have the homework to finish.
Excuse me, can I have you a moment? We have an English report and we need to ask you some questions for the interview.
Okay, which kind of questions?
I asked my friend to tell me to finish this homework and now she is in front of me and she's here.
And now we find an international person. Hey, excuse me, do you have a moment?
Oh, yeah, sure. What's going on?
We have an English project and we wonder if we can ask you some questions.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's go there to have some interview, okay? Okay, so let's go.
Let's go.
What is the most different food culture between Taiwan and your country?
So most different is in my country the food is more spicy than in Taiwan.
More
And-
spicy.
Yeah, and it's more salty also.
I think the biggest difference is like when we eating, like we don't like put out our bowls when we're eating, and we don't use chopstick to pick up the rice. That's it.
For me, the difference is, as you know, Indonesian people like to eat spicy food. Yeah, as you know, Taiwanese people doesn't like spicy food. As you see in McD or KFC, there is no spicy, so we must bought spicy ourselves from our country.
Please say the most favorite Taiwanese food.
Probably, I think it's Ruofan.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
There's no the most favorite like I almost it's okay in everything.
I think the most favorite Taiwanese food for me is tea pie, because that has a similar flavor with Indonesian food.
Please say the one Taiwanese food you can accept.
The most Taiwanese food that I doesn't accept is stinky tofu, because I don't like the smell, and to be honest, I never taste it before.
Okay.
Because of the smell, yes.
Okay.
There's a lot like 猪血糕 and 鸭血. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's that seaweed, you know.
Seaweed. Why? Can you tell me why?
Because in Indonesia, if we eat seaweed, it's more thin and small, so it's easy to.
Easy to eat.
Yeah,
Oh.
but here it's like jelly. It's
From the dimension of uncertainty avoidance, we can find that the Korean student cannot accept a lot of food like 猪血糕 and 鸭血. The Indonesian student cannot accept the food that he never tried before. So both Korea and Indonesia tend to be a high uncertainty avoidance culture.
Which food you would like to recommend in your country?
I don't know exactly the name, but the snack that sell in front of our school with inside have chocolate or like peanut.
It's a bread?
Yeah.
Okay, I know this one. Okay.
In Taiwan, maybe 鸡排, I think.
I recommend tea pie, because at this Taiwan tea pie, I think there is more preferable and more tasty than in my country.
Which food you would like to recommend in Taiwan?
I think it's bibimbap, one of my favorite, and maybe like kimchi jjigae or doenjang jjigae. That's kind of soup, but yes, I really like it.
I recommend so many Indonesian food, especially for me, maybe satay. satay padang or nasi padang because it is very cheap and I am make sure that you will like it very much.
What does it taste like?
Oh, satay padang is as you know Indonesia likes spicy, so it will be
Taste spicy?
less spicy,
Yeah.
but you can request no spicy.
Gado-gado.
Gado.
Gado-gado. It's
Spicy,
no. It's more sweet.
sweet. Okay.
If you have to sell one of Taiwan's food, which one you think would be the most popular in your country?
For me, I like to sell tea pie in my country because it will be very popular. And then the taste, maybe I will make it become more spicy so it can make all Indonesian people interested to buy in my vendor.
I think tea pie probably because Koreans like to eat something when
Drink beer?
they're drinking. Yeah.
I will sell that food.
That food.
The
Let's spread
yeah.
like a chocolate inside this
Yeah,
spread.
yeah.
Okay.
If you have to sell one of food of your country, which food you think must be the popular one in Taiwan?
Rendang.
No.
Many Indonesian people almost like to eat rendang,
Yes.
and they say it's delicious.
And you also like this food. Yeah.
I have no idea because there's a lot of Korean restaurant in here, so yes, I have no idea.
I will prefer to sell satay or one against molen. As you know, molen is one of favorite Indonesian food. It's made from banana.
Yeah.
It's very cheaper and very nice to eat.
Okay.
What kind of place you would prefer to visit? Night market, stand, or restaurant?
I think it's night market because I like street food.
One of I like from this Taiwan country is they have a night market. Yes, because Indonesia doesn't have night market like that. And if you feel hungry, you can go to night market and buy some food. Especially for me, tea pie. Okay.
Night market.
Night market. Me too. And your reason is what?
Because it's more a lot of
Many kinds of
many
food.
kind of food.
Yes.
Yeah.
And drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Taiwan, we don't have to give tips, so do you have to give tip in your country when you go to a restaurant?
In my country, there's approximately 16% of the people at the cert, they already say we don't accept the tips. So it's just up to you if you think that he is give the best performance to you, so you can give them little tips, so they you happy and happy.
So it's free.
It's free to you.
Up to you. Okay.
Yes.
No, and yes, we just don't have like this kind of culture.
If we go to more bigger restaurant, then yeah, we have to give tip, but it's not necessary. So we just give what we want, how many we want to give. So it's not necessary to give tip.
Oh, okay.
We can conclude that tip culture varies from country to country, and we can connect it to the dimension of indulgence. In Korea, there is no kind of this culture. In Indonesia, people can choose whether they want to give tips based on the service performance of the restaurant, but not ruled by them. In Taiwan, some restaurants will add 10% meal expense as a tip. So in this part, both Korea and Indonesia tend to be a more indulgent culture.
Have you tried to do Taiwanese cuisine?
No, never.
There isn't any kitchen here. So
I know.
Never. That's it. But I want to. Yeah.
About Taiwanese cuisine, I think there's mooncake. Yeah, my mom loves to cook. Usually, if I have free time, I always help her to make a mooncake
So when do you make it?
in February.
Oh, February.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a really good experience, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.